start of another hurricane season is our top story for June 1st, 2017. I'm Mari Salazar.
And I'm Sasha Saliba. Thanks for joining us. Hurricane Hermine was the first hurricane to hit Florida since 2005. And just 5 weeks later, we saw Hurricane Matthew scraping the Atlantic coast from Flagler Beach to Jacksonville. Matthew caused twice as many direct deaths in Florida and 3 times the damage. That hurricane had already wiped out western Haiti and would go on to flood Georgia and the Carolinas.
On both coasts, even after all these months, there are spots where things are not back to normal.
Grace King has been visiting with businesses in both Cedar Key and St. Augustine.
Yes, guys, recovery efforts on both coasts has been a real challenge. State officials feel good that a lot of the 2016 losses were insured. The state's backup fund to keep insurance companies afloat is fully restocked, now at $17 billion. But there were a number of uninsured losses on the Gulf Coast and major spots of damages to building and roads on the Atlantic coast due to how much sand was swept away. Visiting 2 restaurants gave me a chance to compare the lessons learned in Cedar Key and St. Augustine.
These bar tops, the one on the end here, we've replaced this, but that we actually even never found after the storm.
Jordan Keaton opened the doors to 83 West in May 2016. Just 3.5 months later, Hurricane Hermine wiped out the deck and first floor.
Crashed out all of our windows out there, destroyed most of the equipment on our first floor, and we lost quite a bit of stuff.
The damage totaled $350,000, a big cost for someone still paying off the original construction.
I would have taken everything out of this first floor. It would have been a pain in the butt to do all that, but it would have been so helpful.
On the East Coast, many others are still rebuilding homes and businesses after Hurricane Matthew. The storm surge caught people off guard.
In St. Augustine, we got a little complacent because we don't get hit majorly by hurricanes very often. And so I think that it'll be taken a little bit more seriously maybe next time.
Carrie Howard's work the night before Matthew hit.
There wasn't a lot of prep involved. I don't think that we realized that it was going to be as bad as it was.
Black Fly closed for several weeks as they replaced walls and power washed floors. Officials encourage people throughout the state to take these storms seriously and prepare early.
When it comes to preparedness, prepare every year as if this could be the year that your community's hit.
Once you're under a hurricane watch or hurricane warning, you don't have time to do these types of things, so do them now.
Back at 83 West in Cedar Key, Jordan Keaton says they'll be ready to move everything off the ground level if needed.
Some of the businesses still closed in Cedar Key are aiming for a July reopening. Meanwhile, multiple homes in St. Augustine have to be rebuilt from the ground up. Grace King, WUFT News.